Today we start with an important question. What is multitasking? I'm sure that you have already heard this definition. Multitasking seems to be the ultimate goal of people who want to be as productive and efficient as possible. What do you think? Is that true? If you ask me, it's not. In this video, I'm going to show you what is multitasking and why multitasking is bad for you. A lot of people think multitasking is efficient. It's not. It's the opposite. Multitasking makes unproductive, you make more mistakes, you can remember less information, and it increases your stress level. Studies have shown that if you're multitasking over a long period of time, it changes your brain. Your cognitive skills are getting worse, it's harder to stay focused over a long period of time, and it's possible that your brain develops some disorders in social behavior. You don't believe me? Let's have a closer look at the point, what is multitasking? A lot of people are thinking that multitasking is when we're doing several things at the same time. Studies have shown if we're doing two hard things at the same time, we think we can multitask. But that's completely wrong. In this case, our brain switches from the one to the other and back, faster than we can recognize that. We aren't doing it at the same time. We do it alternately. This leads us to the well-known book by Daniel Kahneman. In his book, Thinking, Fast and Slow, he talks about the two different systems we have in our brain. The system 1. This is responsible for the fast and intuitive decisions and for the things we are doing without thinking, like running or talking. System 2 is responsible for the slow and logical decisions. For example, driving in the city with a lot of cars around you, or you're solving a hard task in maths. We can do two intuitive things of System 1 at the same time. Talking while I'm running. That works. We can also do one task of System 1 and one task of System 2 at the same time, like running and listening to a podcast. Now the critical part is coming. We can't do two tasks which need mental effort. This means we can't do two things of System 2 at the same time. Let's make an example. Can you drive in the rush hour without any accident while you're solving a very hard mathematical problem? No, you can't do that. And you shouldn't try that. It's nearly impossible to do two things at once, which are directed by your System 2. Because of that, don't read or answer a text message while you're doing your homework. I give you an advice. If you have to concentrate yourself to a task, this means that your System 2 is working. A bad moment to try multitasking. I think that's enough theory for today. Now we look at 4 tips how you can improve and avoid bad multitasking on a daily basis. Let's start with tip number 1. Stay focused. Make a to-do list of today's tasks. Then work through that list step by step. You will see, this is more efficient than jumping from task to task. And it gives you a more relaxed day. Tip number 2. Clever multitasking. When you go out for running the next time, listen to an audiobook. As we learned 2 minutes ago, a task of System 1 and one of System 2 that works perfectly. But be careful. If you push it too hard and you have to force yourself to run, then multitasking doesn't work anymore. Tip number 3. Plan ahead. Every evening before you go to bed, take you some time. In this time, you're looking in your calendar what the tasks are for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, your brain is already prepared for the day and you know what you have to do. And tip number 4. Fix time for emails. Just imagine the following situation. You're sitting at your desk. You're focused to write an important report. Suddenly, your concentration is gone. And that's not once a day. It happens many times. To avoid that, I recommend to plan fixed times for answering emails. Maybe at 12 o'clock, right before you go for lunch, and another one in the afternoon. Outside of these time slots, your email account is taboo. If you follow these tips, I'm sure you will double your efficiency, you will be more successful, and you will have a better, a more relaxed and a healthier life. What do you think about these 4 tips? Are they useful? Just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.